Hello, Wild Wisdom Warriors. Hello, YouTube. Hello, shamans from around the world. Welcome, welcome to Thursday Surprise, everyone. Hello to everyone who is joining me for my journal today. This is a little bit out of the norm, so a little surprise journal, let's just say. And so today I wanted to talk about some mystics, myth, and the confession. So I decided to name my journal today Confessions of a Mystic. And so I want to touch on myth, mysticism, and what mystics are. And so I know that someone asked me about shamanism and what it means to me and all of that stuff. So I kind of, it's been sort of been on my mind because it really does have to sort of a lot to do with the wellness or the foundational wellness that I talk a lot about in my journals, you guys. So here's to all of you that joined me for today's journal. Today is July 2nd, 2020. So thank you, my dear friends, for being here. And this is Lily Kolov-Silva, of course. So today is sangria. I'm just going to top it off with a little bit of this sparkling tonic water. my sort of special recipe, special recipe sangria, you guys. So here we go. I'm just topping it off. I had a lot of ice in it. Now it's melted. By the time I figure out what to put in the title, what to put in the description. All right, you guys. So here's toast to all of you. I've got, yes, it is actually a real sangria. There is some rosé here. There's some other red wine here. So here's to all of you. Hello, Kajuli. Hello, Sunshine, my dear Sunshine. Mwah. Thank you, Diane. Mwah. Thank you all for being here. It's to you. Mwah. Love you all. Today is sangria day because the heat is on. The heat is on. Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. Hi, Deanne. Oh, it's so great to see you guys here on Thursday. A little surprise journal today, okay? Just going to be talking about some mysticism and what it means. And because, you know, I called myself a shaman and kind of went back to what we knew. But really, when I really thought about it and I said, you know, and did some research and I said, you know, calling myself a mystic would probably be the most appropriate sort of name, because when you research what a mystic is and what mysticism is, that's pretty much kind of what this is all about. So I kind of wanted to bring that up today with all that's going on in the world and the things that are happening. And we are literally going through some sort of I don't know, a timeline restructuring on quantum level. I don't know how else to talk about it. And the only reason, the only thing I could find that would explain this quantum leap or quickening that we're experiencing as this, I don't know what you would call it, as and so I posted today that scientific experiment on dark matter versus dark energy. And I know that when I originally started talking about timeline and space dust in a timeline and how that process is going to unfold, what I started to talking about, I was talking about the dark energy versus the dark matter and the difference between those two. And for those of you that been sort of that knew of my work or have listened to most of my videos, my original videos. And in there, I talk about this sort of quantum mechanics sort of thing with this. And I mentioned quite a bit dark matter. And a lot of people, after that, I kind of stopped talking about it because most people didn't know the difference between dark matter and dark energy. And so this is why I posted that LZ experiment in Wild Wisdom Warriors group on Facebook. Okay. And so because that kind of, but this is, this is sort of, because this is a quantum leap that we're taking. And so, and this is ultimately, when we look at it, and what had quantum mechanics today had showed us, you guys, is that we are sort of in the connection of quantum mechanics to mysticism and to ancient teachings about reality and how it operates and who truly operates this reality. And so, and how it works. And so when you look at the teachings that so many today referencing in their spiritual quest, they're referencing so many of these ancient teachings, spiritual teachings of enlightenment, of how to achieve that, that state of being. And so, let me have some sangria. Kajuli, where are you? You said it's 30 plus. I wonder if it's this hot everywhere. All right. So this mythologies and mysticism and all of this, and so when we come to sort of, even in the past, we talked about unveiling, unraveling, and all of those things that in reality we're gonna, and even in my predictions that I talk about, I always talk about this unveiling, unraveling, and all of that stuff from the perspective of this, how is this quantum restructuring is sort of how it is happening or how it is manifesting into timeline. Because you got to remember that the quantum field, and this is why they say in quantum field you can exist in all timelines, because quantum field is that field of eternity. That's the eternity field, or that living field of creation, which I called in the past is the dark matter. That is different from dark energy. Okay. And this is the substance, right? And then I say, okay, maybe we can call it a quantum field, because the quantum mechanics is what applies to those physics. I guess you can call it a physics, right? Hi, Cindy. So what I kind of wanted to confess today is how are those things are all connected, and how it is that what Gnostics had talked about is how to actually receive gnosis. And so why I always talk with a lot of respect about Gnostics and things like that is because most of the true Gnostics, not the invaded, stolen, and all of that subverted teachings, but the true teachings that teach the true substance of the universe. And so all of those myths of Sophia and all of that, that they have. All of that is how the true reality operates. Those are all secrets to the true reality and who truly human beings are when we do truly identify with that substance, or that creates all. Or here, if you want to approach this from the perspective of Hermetic principles, what I'm talking about here is the principle of all is mind. Okay? This is basically the principle of the universe. And so this is how the transformation and transmutation can happen when we as human beings align to that within our own being. With it, Ontario, Canada. Uh-oh. Wow. Pacific Northwest is cool. 62 Fahrenheit. Okay. Thanks, sunshine. Thanks, Kajuli. So we're talking, if you want to talk about, and how does this apply? This is the principle of mind. Universe is mind. Meaning that's the substance that creates. So this is the order of the universe, and so this is how the universe manifests time. And so this is why when they talk about quantum mechanics and quantum field, and how in quantum there is no time. Oh, hi, Bella, Anna. Oh, good to see you, darling. I hope it's not crackling today. Susanna. My bad, Susanna. Hi, Jose. You said the dark creative raw energy fascinates me. Yeah, this is what you it actually creates light. And so if you go to that little video of that experiment, it will show you that it creates light that we cannot see. Okay, with this eyes, because there's a overlay in our reality. And so, and this is what we see through. And this is what I was talking about when I was talking about activating the Holy Trinity within, and why it is so important that actually, you guys, there is one big mistake that people talk about, and like in New Age, how everybody talk about how activating your pineal gland is so important. And even like starting in 2015, I was talking about, no, it's not, it's thalamus that you need to activate, because there's 3 glands that operate your mind in here. And for you as that divine human being, you have to have your mind in this reality operating as that Holy Trinity. And that's then what gives you the ability, or like I said, that's what gives you those shamanic gifts, is the trust in that substance of the universe. It's that it gives you that ability then to operate this quantum, sort of your own quantum field, because like I said, you're a biological quantum computer that is gazillion times more powerful than any of the man-made advanced technology crap you can find anywhere in known universe. A divine human being, the ones that aligns their own being with and acts on this principle, universe is mind, then is the creator being in human form. And that's basically what I want to talk about, because this is, so I wanted to start talking about, like, I started talking about the lessons and then Back to the Future. So we have to come back and look at all this mystical things and stories and mysticism in the past, but we have to look at it from a point of view of now moment. Why do we need to do this right now together? And then this is why I talk about this, and this is why I do this videos. Why do we need to talk about this right now? We need to talk about this right now because we need to find a way to collaborate on the individual level, so then we can initiate, because this is a shamanic journey for a collective human consciousness. So we can collaborate and initiate, because every shaman knows there is an initiation into this transformation or transmutation on the individual level, to where you become gifted with this shamanic gifts of your own life, to where then you can stand on the platform or collective as representative of that divine human consciousness, or meaning that what I say, that eternity. This is what it is. It is eternity. So this dark matter is the substance. It's eternity in physical form. I don't know. It's the spark of life that comes. This is where they say, if there's, they even say, well, this is the bang, the universal bang, where it's interaction. This is where the matter comes to be. So this is, many have are talking about that this is access to that power, or to that sort of to that knowledge. And this is how you attain, if you know how I've talked in the past, how you attain your own sort of you stand in your own river, like I said, of eternity, meaning firmly anchored on as this holy trinity, meaning your own mind is aligned to the universe, the way, and you are now you are the driving force. You are the driving force behind, and that field of that can manifest anything, because the universe is mine. And it's mine. So it's for those mysteries are, well, on one hand, you can say they're guarded. Why are they guarded? Because you can, or like Jesus said, you can throw pearls to a swine, right? And so as many people will say, Lily, well, why you think, why you call in this confessions? Because many people, many swine out there they want the pearls. Okay? Because this is the secret. And that's why so many of them, you guys have seen that they'll say, oh, give me some money. I'll give you some hermetic principles. I'll teach you hermetic principles. Well, that's throwing a pearls to a swine. Hi, Teresa. Oh, everybody. Hello, Ramus. Good to see you too, warrior. Good to see. So basically, see, when I say they're going to be showing themselves, they are, because they're trying to sell occult secrets. But see, these secrets are attained. And this is the secret of the secrets. So I remember when, remember that hype when Oprah Winfrey went with and all the writers of the secret, when all the special ones went over there to reveal their secret. And after all of that, nonsense show that they put on, right? And now you know what they were doing behind the scenes, right? On that time, that it was all blood market, right? So, but they put on a show of revealing a secret, right? So, but see, this is the secret of the secrets. And so just that, just the name of the book, and then they did this. And it was so fantastically successful. Hey, Yanni, good to see you. Hello, Paul. It was so successful. Do you remember how it was so successful? They sold gazillions of that book and all of that stuff. But the true Gnostics, no, the secret of the secrets will never be written on a piece of paper. It could never be comprehended through this mind. It can only be comprehended by aligning your mind to mind of it all. And that's the process of transmutation, transformation that I've talked about for the last 5 years. In last 5 years, I said, the only way we're going to come to any sort of collective change, because on that time, I was talking about how the Ascension Program. So remember, you guys, 2014, the Ascension Program, Club Idiots Assembly ran that program like there was no tomorrow. Remember the blue idiots come out and we're gonna send humanity into oblivion. Ooh, and who else came out? And all of this Ascension people. Ooh, Ascension. Right? So when I came out and talk about the secret of the secrets, the mystery, how do you approach it? But not in the same way. Go into the snake, into the pit of snakes, which was the spiritual communities of the New Age. It was all overtaken long ago. But the magic tricksters, Teresa, the tricksters, the abusers, as they call them, the abusers, spiritual abusers. So the abusers, bunch of narcissists, were running that whole thing. I mean, and they didn't have enough intelligence to comprehend mind of it all and the ability of divine human being to achieve that state of unity with mind of it all within his own conscious mind. And that's the gnosis. This is when you become the creator being in human form. Absolutely. Narcissist 101. They're evil toddlers. They're toddlers with knives, guns, and on and on and on. Well, they're actually carrying demons. That's their army of demons. Here, incarnated. That's what narcissists are. It's the demons' army. The demonic army, I mean. So this is basically, so you can go and have enough intelligence to know the mystery, because once you, and this is why in 2014 when I came out and all of that stuff, and many people then got pissed at me later, all those truth speakers, they're just they're just talking heads, the talking heads of club idiots out there, talking heads on that time. My God. So the talking heads were, they didn't know what the hell was going on. So they were like, oh, Lily betrayed us. They betrayed us. Oh, where's your loyalty, Lily? With your loyalty. Remember Lisa Harrison, where's your loyalty to Deep State, Lily? Where's your loyalty? Here's your loyalty. Here's your loyalty. The truth idiots, divine idiots, I call them, Tim. Divine idiots. So divine idiots had no clue what was going on. Right? Loyalty to what? So anyway, I think Susanna, you better behave. Susanna. Okay. Divine idiots. Yeah, perfect, huh? Okay. So anyway, so these divine idiots, they don't know what's going on. They're just, because like I said, the lie is different on each level. And if the slave only knows slavery, it only knows how to take orders or how to take this. So they let, like I said, they let their demons do the talking for them. And now, they feel like, okay, well, we thought that, demons will also take responsibility. Will the Pleiadians take responsibility for those of us that claim to be here protecting divine human consciousness from this abuse, actually participated in the abuse? Who they gonna blame? Who they gonna blame? Ooh, who they gonna blame? Who are they gonna blame? Pleiadians? Ashtar Command? Who are they gonna blame? Who is Sasha Stone gonna blame for all those years supposedly having the universal court revealing to humanity about the crimes that have been taking place here, right? Sasha Stone and that, what is that, the others, the Club Idiots Assembly operative, that, what is Steele, David Steele. Once an agent, always an agent. You only get out of CIA feet first. The same way you get out of KGB. Feet first, meaning you dead first. So Sasha Stone, David Steele, right? So those people, for how many years, you guys will know, how many years have they claimed in the past? Go back. When did they started claiming, and that organization that took money, your money, people, your money, and especially I'm talking to Americans, because it's going to start in America. The boomerang is going to start here. No other place it will start. Boomerang starts here. How much money did Sasha Stone and those scumbags took in through that organization? What have they done with that money? How many pretend courts they had? What have they done with that money? And how come they claim that they know what's going on? And all those years, they claim that they were protecting human beings with that organization. Yet now we're going to come to find out that they were actually active in child trafficking. Oops. And so why is all of a sudden, all those years, there was not a peep from either David Steele or Sasha Stone about children, about 800,000 children just in America? How come there is never a peep from Sasha Stone about 30,000 children a month from Russia and Ukraine? How come there was not a peep from those scumbags. And now they're there in the front lines talking about deep state trafficking children. The scum protected it all those years. And now they're gonna stand there and say that they're standing up for the children. Let's look at their past. So those of you that don't remember when I originally came out and revealed the truth, who was it? Lisa Harrison. Who was she buddies with the moment I showed up? Sasha Stone. Oh, you losers. I had you from day one. So this is your confession here. Hello. Confession here. So I knew from day one what they were involved in and what they're protecting. But they went out there pretending that there were international court for justice. What justice? Justice for pedos. That's what that organization does. Justice for pedos. That's what it does. So here's my confession. So this is why I even came out. And you know what happened? He ran immediately. He ran. Sasha Stone ran. I hope, Sasha Stone, you put some money away for diapers because you'll need it. You'll need it. You'll definitely will need it. Adept guidance, you said pedo is too kind a word for what they really are. I know. And then and then these people will go out there and say, oh, this or that. You know how the psycho path had just, they've used humanity. The psychological warfare has been going on and on and on forever. It seems. And these people are just, they don't ever stop. And recently it's like with all of that stuff that's coming out of Ukraine now, with the Ukraine gate and all of that stuff. And then I said I questioned David Icke, and I said, hey, can David Icke tell us why did he really go to Ukraine now? Why did he really go to Ukraine a good few years back? Oh, well, he went over there, but to help. He went over there to help them to understand what our reality is. I said, listen, the only way and the only reason people go to Ukraine is for those bloody activities. There is no other reason. There is no way people have money to buy tickets to see David Icke because they don't have money for bread. There's no way that in Ukraine on that time, people had money to buy his books. How did he go to Ukraine? If he can't sell books, if he can't get a thing, unless he's doing it for his own people. So, speaking of David Icke, why did I mention him? He is red in his face every time he goes online now. Because on that time, they thought there were little secrets. Will never be found out. But this is the mystic's mystery, is And this is something that my dad told me when I was 11 years old, and I never forgot. There is no such a thing as secrets. And I made sure that that became my principle in life. So, when David Icke's secrets are about to come out, then what do? They create drama to distract. Why did he create drama to distract? And distract from Ukraine Gate. Because what did I said last time? Because Ukraine Gate, when that closet door swings open, there is thousands and thousands and thousands, if not millions, of little skeletons that will walk out. This is why David Icke is puffing about that or that. Talking about reptilian queen, talking about her power, talking about her mystical power. Did he ever tell you that she was an illegitimate queen? Oh, that was a secret that David Icke wasn't in privy to. Oh, he wasn't special enough. Wasn't special enough to know that. Or maybe he was special enough. Maybe it was just not that important for humanity to know. It wouldn't make any difference for human beings or any of his countrymen, for that matter, to just go ahead and let them know, you know what, England? You've been fucked in your behind for long enough. How about we take this illegitimate bitch down? Did David Icke tell you that? We can prove it. There's documents that prove that she is an illegitimate queen. What? Oh, David Icke forgot about that. Ooh, he forgot about that. Or maybe his diaper was full at that time when he figured that out. I don't know, David Icke. Let's see. So why the heck did you go to Ukraine? Couldn't sell books there. You couldn't sell your tickets to arena. You went there for other nefarious businesses. And Burisma paychecks. Burisma's paychecks. Burisma was giving paychecks away. Right? They want to hide. So they said the occult is hidden. It is hidden to you, dumbasses. It is not hidden to a mystic himself, to a mystic that recognizes who he is himself and walks that way and talks that way, walks the walk. Walks the talk. This is how David Icke for 30 years tried to help humanity. Instead of telling humanity that they had an illegitimate queen, what did he tell you? Your queen, your illegitimate queen, has power over you people, and you better sit there and not even think about it, because if you do think about your individual freedom, she's going to pull a reptilian on your ass. That's what David Icke convinced humanity of. And everyone believed him. Everyone believed those scumbags. Everyone believed them. Scumbaggery, absolutely. So here's my confessions. So this was, David Icke, help us so much. Help us. It's Stockholm Syndrome with these people. And they go, Lily, but listen, what he's saying? He's saying that we are so slaves. Oh, I'm like, okay, slaves. Slaves can only think in their slavery limitation. Because they don't know the mystery, because they don't stand in the mystery. They don't stand on their wellness platform. And what is mystery is part of the wellness platform. Is mystery and power. And they're going to try to cry about reptilians. That's how they're going to return their power back. Oh, we're going to cry about reptilians for 30 years. Ooh. Special, we're special people. Rumors of war, hi. Thank you so much. I'm your new subscriber. Love your videos. Mwah. Thank you so much for making those. You guys check it out. Check it out. Give them some heat. The heat is on, you guys. The heat is so on. It's unbelievable. But anyway, so you guys, mystery. So the mystic is standing, the one who's holding the mystery, meaning it's. So that's why when I talk in and say, this is not for everybody. This is for mystics. Because a mystic will understand what I'm talking about. The other will go, oh, Lila, you just attacking David Icke because you were jealous that he makes so much money and he wrote 10 books. And I said, just like in freaking Secret, they never give you a freaking secret. They just rip you off. And the same thing David Icke did. He tells you, he names his book, Humanity, Get Off Your Knees. But he never finishes that sentence. To do what? To do what, David Icke? To submit to your reptilian queen? Do svidanya, you scumbags that go to Ukraine, and I know for what. And there's recordings of everything, David Icke. So you ain't getting away with this. None of them are gonna get away with it. None of them. None. You read the Bible, bitches. You should have known better. The judgment's coming. You should have known better. You should have known better, Susanna. Thank you, Teresa. You love my Russian. Wait till I start using the bad Russian words. Oh, that means storm. Tim, you said they should all pay for what they did to Ukraine. Absolutely. Poroshenko, that's the Poroshenko gate. It's so bloody, you guys. It's so bloody. It's so bloody. So when you think of an energy company, Burisma, and the kind of money they were dealing, okay? Those were not oil money, okay, you guys? Those were blood money. Literally for the blood of the children. And other things that they use children for. So, and there is also minerals in Ukraine that they've been excavating quietly, and not a lot of people know that. And what's going on in Ukraine, it's been going on for a long time, and it actually looks exactly just like the one in movie Avatar. It is black stones like that, a little shinier, little silverish, goldish shine to them. This is a material sort of that's very unique. It's found in very few places on Earth, and Ukraine is rich with it. And this is an extremely light metal. It's lighter than aluminum, and it is stronger than steel. So imagine, so that's the other side to it. And so when you talk about, you know, my KGB partner Putin over there, I call him my KGB bitch. My KGB putana, KGB putana, is why they took Crimea and Tataria and all of that stuff. So this is all because it's the rumors of war. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that land is very ancient, and so it's resources always that are actually underneath. It's like they're always for something what's in, and same thing with human beings, and also the other thing is the other side of Ukraine is the human trafficking. They actually have done it openly through the government. They actually, and this is what I said. The reason why Ukraine Gate is so sort of this is a key to the whole system sort of coming down, because the foundation of it in Ukraine Gate and all of that stuff, that everything is over there has been done in the open. And so right now it's the first sort of, it's like the, I don't know how to explain this, but what we're gonna see the worst of the worst come out, and we're gonna see that since the early 90s they actually implemented this sort of a program where they'll buy out kids. And so what they did is if this is a confession, so I'll tell you guys the actual the one of the real crimes, because you know what I'm investigating. So the real crimes that, like the crimes that are really important, not the money crimes, not the petty crimes, who got more money thing. No, I'm not talking about that. The crimes that I'm talking about is that what they've implemented in Ukraine is that, and this is why the Bidens are in such a deep hot waters right now. Hi, Santo. In Ukraine, because this is what they did with the government. And so, like, you know, who's behind all of the other stuff, and Soros and all of those people, right? So what they did in Ukraine in the 90s, they've implemented this through the government, where through the government, they were paying out people to buy their kids. And so what they did, how they did it, they created an economic system that was an impossible to survive in. And the only thing that they've emptied up is they would pay about a yearly salary, an amount of yearly salary for someone to have a baby. So what they did is they refocused everything. They took all the government money away from everything else and threw it at the people that were having babies. So every baby you have, they'll pay you a yearly salary, which was not a lot. Okay. It was a couple of thousands of dollars. Okay. But because Ukraine is a third world country, they're making very little money. There's not enough money. There's mafia, there's the oligarchs, you know, the mafia has all the money, but the people, they don't have any money. So what they did is they flooded the fund for this new mothers, and then they brought drugs, And then they'll put these mothers on drugs, and those drugs, they were making them in China, experimental drugs and all of that stuff. And they were bringing them in, and they were actually experimenting on. And then what was happening is these people would have babies because they have no other way to get any money to survive. So they would have babies just to get some money to live on. And so when they have the baby, then they, they have some money, and then they would come and slip them drugs and all of that. And the drugs would like take their empathy and love for the baby away. And then they don't want the baby. And they would make them all, and then they filled orphanages with these kids that, through this experiment. And where did all the kids go? Where are the kids, Ukraine? Can you account for your children? Where are the children? Where are all those thousands and thousands and thousands of children? It's very easy because they've been doing this on paper. So you can actually, if they really want, so Poroshenko, how about you account for your countrymen's and for your nation's children? How about you do that, Ukraine? Where are those children? They're experimental, Kajuli experimental drugs. They were synthetic adrenochrome. That's what they were. Synthetic adrenochrome does that. It kills any empathy you have. That's what adrenochrome does. It only works. It can, any empathy, real empathy you have, it's gone. Synthetic adrenochrome. That's what they were testing on Ukrainians. This is pharma for you. This is what they were doing. They were testing this on Ukrainian mothers because they put them in this position. Where are those children? Where are the children? Millions. This is what they do. This is what they do. And these scumbags out there in truth movement, like I mentioned, like Sasha Stone, like this David Steele, these scumbags, they will go out there and they'll pretend that they care for humanity while they're doing all this behind the back, behind our backs. And you know what? Ukrainian people know this is happening. And now the world knows too what we're going to do about it. Are you scumbags are going to fight about who got more money? Go ahead, do that. This is what they did. They tested synthetic adrenochrome on mothers, on new mothers. This is a Poroshenko gate. Humanity has no clue. And I'm talking about I don't want to start crying. Because you're right, no matter how, this is not like first year, not even first decade I know of this, but it still makes me emotional. It's just, but it also makes me so passionate because I just want to, I can't when I look at this pharma pimps like Joe Rogan and corrupts and a corrupt people like that, they're so greedy. They're so, all they care is about their freaking money. Тьфу! Тьфу, блядь, вашу мать, щоб ви всі сказилися, блядь. Щоб ви всі, блядь, сказилися. Scumbags. I'm not supposed to say that. But all they care about is money. And that's how they make money. And that's why David Icke went to Ukraine. Okay? So enough of the bullshit about David Icke. Help us so much. You all have Stockholm Syndrome. And you all love your abusers. All the slaves. I haven't seen one slave that decided to choose slavery over freedom to fight for their own self. They always fight for their freaking abusers. None of them have the guts to stand up for themselves. They only have the guts to stand up for their abusers. You calling yourself truth speakers? You freaking slaves. Where's your court? Where's your international freaking court? When in Ukraine they were given synthetic adrenochrome to new mothers, where was your international court, David Steele? Where were you? Where were you, all of you? Truth speakers, where were you? Nowhere to be found. All they could fight about is secret of how to get their bloody money. That's all they care about. So you get your bloody money. You're going to drown in that blood. Okay, you guys. Oh, Paul. I don't know. Whatever's running through her head. It's another one. Stand up for your damn self. Who the hell are you? Who are you, Sovereign Kai? Who the hell are you? Oh, I'm going to talk about something over there, something over there, something over there, something over there. Elusive. Where's the self? Where's the power? Where's the eternity? Where's the mystery? Блядь твою мать. It's just a bunch of programs running. Okay. Congratulations, you all. Well, 800,000 children disappear. You go, blah, 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 whatever. Go ahead. Go ahead. You show where your loyalty lies, where your principles are, what your principles are. Besides money, you freaking don't see anything. Throw a roll of pennies at you and you're going to be freaking busy with it for weeks. Because that's all they care about. They talk nonsense just to confuse you because they confuse. Oh, misery loves company. Great. You figured that out. Congratulations, each and every one of you. While that human consciousness is degraded to a non-recognizable degree, but go ahead. Enjoy your freaking money and your freaking prosperity bullshit. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while soldiers are committing suicide and you're riding that death. Go ahead. Enjoy it. Enjoy the death cults. Enjoy your death life. We'll see how you stand up to justice when the true justice comes from the people. You think Ukrainian people don't know that they've been the test subject of this deep state crap for 100 years now? 100 years. (1922). It's been a slave country, and everyone does whatever the heck they want with it. And they're going to sit here and talk about prosperity, about demonic dimensions, like Laura talks about, sovereign key. Do we really need to know about demonic dimensions, how they operate? She spent fucking hours on describing the demonic dimensions. Did she spend those hours telling humanity how we can stand up so 800,000 children don't disappear a year? Did any of these truth speakers talk about how to stop it? How to change things? They're going to talk about integrity. Integrity. Do you even know what it means? None of them do. None of them do. Because all they care about is their greed and their demons. They're pleasing their demons. That's all they care about. Anyway, enough confession. So, do you see them? Scumbags over there with the international court? The yapping over there. Oh, we're helping humanity. We're helping humanity. You're predators. This is a predator. They're pretending. They're pretending. But let's open your closet, Sasha Stone. Let's open your closet. Let's see how many little skeletons are there hiding. Huh, Sasha Stone? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. The heat is on. The heat is on. Okay, you guys, it's been an hour. The heat is on. All right, you guys. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for liking this video. I really appreciate you. If you can push like, I would appreciate that. Let's see if we can give Susanna a little bit more hard time. She is now skipping a day, so it's like the views don't change for 48 hours now. So she's a little upset. So I'm going to sing to Susanna. I think Susanna's got a full diaper right now. So she's a little busy. So I thank you guys for letting me do a little confessions today and talk a little bit, because I really just, I know I've been very positive, and I try to stay positive and you know, keep the things, but some of these people are just like so out there, and they're really making me throw up every time I see them online, and I just had to say something about it. The king has been crowned, you people. So I love you all, my dear shamans, my dear mystics. You are the mystics. And like I said, you are the mystery yourself. So, and this is the only thing. This is why I say my journals is for those of you that are on this journey of and attaining this wellness and operating on this level to where you have the power, you have the mystery, and you have the eternity to dance in. And so you guys, there's a big weekend coming up. I don't know, it's day to day, you guys, but there's a lot of changes and a lot of restructuring that is happening on the quantum level, to where, how to say, a lot of timelines are converging. And so we're going to be we truly are going through a rebirth process. If you look at it from all the mysteries that talk about our spiritual rebirth of humanity, of human consciousness that will go through the quickening or the quantum leap, we are living it, you guys. This is biblical. This is revelations are ending. This is the end of revelations. We come to the end. It is truly an end times. We are now stepping in as that Christed consciousness in human form, and we create time. So here's to our timeline. It is beautiful and it's bright. And thank you all so much, because you are my light. You're that eternal light here for me. All of you shamans out there, all of you mystics. I love you all so much. You stay all wild. Until next time.